So guys, in today's video, I'll be sharing with us a detailed step-by-step guide on how I drafted this simple Peplum wrap top. As always, it's your girl, Uwa Apparel. Kindly hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So I have here on my table 2 yards of Ankara print fabric, and I also have my lining piece. We'll go ahead now to cut out the fabric required for the back and the front portion of our wrap top. So I have on the table here 3 pieces of fabric cut out, as you can see. Okay, so the last one is what I'm opening up now. So I'll be taking the measurement of the length and the width of this fabric which I had cut out. For the width, it is 24 inches, as you can see. That's how wide it is, while the length is 17 inches. So what I'm simply going to do now is to fold the one on the top, only the one on the top. So that is going to be the fabric for the back of our wrap top, while the other 2 fabric will be the wrapping at the front. Okay, so you can see how I folded it. I'll go ahead now to start taking my measurements for the neckline area from the very top. So first, I'm going to be taking the neckline measurement for the back, which is 1.5 inches of depth and 5 inches of width, as you see me indicating using my chalk there. And after this, I'll go ahead to connect both points using my curve rule. So that's the measurement for the back neckline. You could also make further adjustments. If it is too wide, you could also reduce it. So you can see me connecting both points together. Next, I'm going to be taking my shoulder to shoulder measurement of 8 inches, as you can see, as this will enable me take my 1 inch shoulder slope. Okay, so I'll be connecting it using my straight rule now back into the neckline area. Like I mentioned, I made adjustments to the neck width. I reduced it by 1 inch, and then I'm using my curve rule now to reconnect it back. So from the shoulder slope point, I'll be going down by 8 inches to determine my bust point, and I'll rule a straight line across it. Okay, as you can see me do. So from here now, I will take my bust circumference measurement on my bust round of 10 inches. I also added an extra 1 inch allowance to it on the side to make it 11 inches. So from the shoulder slope there, I will be determining the midpoint. Okay, and then after that, I would also be going in by half of an inch, which I had already done while indicating with my chalk, but I just showed you using my tape rule. So while recording, I didn't know that the video had cut. So I'd already finished taking the measurements and started cutting before I noticed. So sorry for that. Okay, so the measurement which I took, which was off camera, is the armhole area for the back of our wrap top and for the front. So the first one which I just showed you now is for the back, while the one deeper inward by half an inch is for the front. Okay, and then I went ahead to take the measurement from the shoulder to my waist area, which is 16 inches. That I just indicated now with my fingers. And I also took my waist round of 8 inches and also added 1 inch allowance to my waist round measurement. Okay, so after that, using my curve rule, I simply connected the measurement at the waist to the measurement around the armhole area and went ahead to cut out my pattern. Now, the neckline measurement we took before was for the back. So for the front, I'm simply ruling a straight line, a slant line from the shoulder area of the back there, which is 4 inches. Okay, that point there we took earlier for the back was 4 inches. So it is that same point I ruled a straight line from the back to the point there close to the border area, as you can see. Now, because I wanted the V to be deeper, you can see me using my free hand to draft it in a curvy way. So it is not just slant, it is a bit curvy. And then I went ahead to cut it out. So I'd cut out both the fabric, the main fabric, and the lining piece. And then I'll go ahead now to cut the armhole area for the back of our dress, which is different from the front um, armhole area. So this is what we have after I was done cutting. It's a very simple um, pattern, very simple, easy to do, beginner friendly um, measurement and pattern drafting. So I also went ahead to cut around the bottom area there. And so the full length of the fabric and the lining piece I have here from the shoulder to the waist is 16 inches. So what I'm simply doing now is opening it up and then laying the front fabric on top of the back fabric, as you can see. So I have here now that lapping or wrapping pattern. So you could see that it is longer on the side for the front. So you just go ahead and simply trim out that portion. So this is what I have. The lining is the same as the main fabric. So flipping the fabric over to the wrong sides now, I'll go ahead to run my stitches around the shoulder area there, and then on both sides. I'll also be doing the same for the lining piece as well. So next, I'm simply going to flip the main fabric and the lining piece to the wrong side, and then I'll be placing them both on top of each other, and we'll go ahead to run stitches around the portion I'm indicating with my fingers, as you can see. So after stitching, I'll flip over now to the right side, and then I'll go ahead to iron it flat. So for our peplum, it is going to be a pleated peplum, and I have this piece of fabric here which I had already cut out. So the length is 9 inches. It's about 9 inches, and for the width, it is about 4 yards of width. Okay, it is that long. So ensure that the fabric you're going to be using is about 4 yards of length, except you do not want to make very tiny pleats. Okay, this particular pleats I'm making right now are tiny pleats, so please take note of the way I had placed my fabric on top of the main top, and then I'm going to be going over now to the sewing machine to make my pleats. So this is me now sewing on my machine, making very tiny pleats. You could also make gathers, you could also make flares, but I wanted mine to be tiny pleats. So the beauty is actually going to come out after ironing. So this is what I have after I was done stitching. Okay, so I actually used up the entire 4 yards of length that I cut out. So next, I am folding around the border area now, and I'll go ahead to stitch on it as well. After I was done, this is what we have. So remember that this is a wrap top, and so it will be needing some belts. So I have my belt here already sewn, and you can see me placing it on top of that portion there before the peplum. So I'll go ahead now to roll my stitch on that portion I just indicated with my fingers. I would also be doing the same on the other end. So guys, after attaching my belt, the next thing I did was to open up one side of our top. That area there I'm indicating with my finger. I went ahead to open it up, and after opening it up, I stitched around it, okay, so it would not lose further. And that's where I am passing the belt through now, so as to be able to, tie it at the back. So the last and final thing we're going to be doing to our wrap top is attaching our sleeve. So I have my sleeve already cut out. You would have seen a lot of my videos. If you have been following my tutorial videos, you have seen me showing you how to cut a basic sleeve pattern. So I'm simply making a notch at the middle area there, okay, of the shoulder, so as to be able to place it rightly on top of the shoulder of the top. And I'll go ahead now to run my stitches around that portion I am indicating with my finger. So guys, at this point we have actually come to the end of our sewing tutorial video for today. I hope this was helpful. If at this point you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly hit the subscribe button, give your girl a thumbs up, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.